the 40% salary increment for uniformed officers recommended by the Reform Task Force led by former Chief Justice David Maraga in 3 phases. The Ministry of Interior made the clarification after indicating a lump sum increment effective July 1st. The ministry issued the clarification after some officers disputed the claim by sharing their pay slips online. The ministry, while acknowledging the error, clarified that the first phase involved a 20% increase for constables, with the percentage decreasing for higher ranks. This moves comes after President Ruto assented to the law, which set aside the funds to go towards the enhancement of remuneration, in line with the recommendation of the report of the National Task Force on Police Reforms. And moving on, Cooperative and MSME's Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya has announced that he will be going after Kenyans who have defaulted in repaying loans from the Hustler Fund. Speaking at a small and medium conference in Nairobi, Oparanya said his ministry is developing a system to track Kenyans who have not repaid their loans. Oparanya said the Hustler Fund was an innovative idea which promised to create wealth and job opportunities. He said the government is committed to creating a conducive environment for people to do business. The CS also noted that among the 20 million working population, 15 million are in small and medium enterprises. And into matters education, we have Universities Fund Chief Executive Officer Geoffrey Monari has disclosed that approximately 10,000 aggrieved students have so far registered appeals through the Higher Education Financing HEF portal, contesting the new university funding model. Monari said that the review process has already begun, with students set to receive the status of the appeals within 3 weeks of application. The CEO also noted that the Ministry of Education is considering using security apparatus, including the National Government Administration Officers (NGAO), to verify appeal cases to ensure the authenticity and accuracy of the data provided. The Ministry of Education has so far received 5.8 billion for student loans and 2.8 billion for scholarships for disbursements to students across 5 bands categorized based on needs. Meanwhile, the National Government Constituency Development Fund (NGCDF) committee has propelled a strong-willed campaign opposing a proposed consolidation of all public-funded bursary schemes into one to enhance education financing. Members of the committee launched a coordinated response amid sustained debate on overlapping functions among public entities financing education. The debate gained eminence after a National Assembly committee considered the amalgamation of bursary funds to address concerns over the newly introduced university funding model. Committee Chairperson Musa Sirma highlighted the fund's impact while urging members of the public to support its reintention.
Hawa watu wote wako hapa kwa sababu ya kazi nzuri ya wote. Kupata mtu anasema kwamba CDF tuko hajui nani anajaribu kuharibia maisha. CDF ndio pesa ya wananchi wa kawaida. Tuko hapa kuhakikisha kwamba kazi ambayo inafanywa katika constituencies inafanyika vizuri, kwa maana sisi ni wasimamizi.
And members of Parliament now want the new Kenya Cooperative Creameries (KCC) to stop supplying milk to government agencies that have failed to settle their debts. New KCC Managing Director Samuel Ishura and Cooperative Principal Secretary Patrick Kilema appeared before the National Assembly Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives Committee, seeking answers on delayed payments to dairy and coffee farmers. Committee Chairperson and Embakasi North MP James Gakuya said the milk processor is owed 184.3 million Kenya shillings by various government agencies. Kilemi noted that the milk processor is struggling in its operations due to huge amounts of debt. The PS, however, assured the committee that the situation has improved and reaffirmed that the remaining payments will be made by the end of the month.
On to the international news.
And internationally, President Emmanuel Macron met left-wing leaders at the start of 2 days of crunch talks aimed at deciding who will form France's next government. Snap elections in early July left French politics in deadlock, with no party able to form a clear majority in the National Assembly. A caretaker government led by France during the Paris Olympics to the anger of a left-wing alliance that topped the poll. Therefore, party New Popular Front wants a little-known senior civil servant called Lucy Castex to be named Prime Minister. However, a 37-year-old economist is unelected and seen as an unlucky presidential pick for the Prime Minister. That's all for Ikra News Full Bulletin. Join us at 6 p.m. for this and more highlights in Kiswahili. My name is Abdulhamid Suleiman.